Hey everybody. Man, I'm dark here, aren't I? I'm going to turn a light on real quick. Never know what to expect with this webcam. Anyway, so welcome back to the Power of Positive Thinking series. Now, if you're new to this series, then just real quick, what this is that I read the book, The Power of Positive Thinking, a few months ago now, and I found it really excellent. It's a book about how thinking positively and how your thoughts really affect the outcomes in your life. And so it gives a whole bunch of actionable advice that you can use, actionable steps that you can take in your own life and habits that you can follow that are going to result in you having a better life, basically being better at everything that you do. And so there's so much in there, so many steps that you can take that I've been kind of chunking it down and taking one of those per week and committing myself to learning that one. And every week I share the one that I'm committing to with you here on this live YouTube video. So if you want to do it with me, then I invite you to do so. So this week, the chapter is all about how to relax and relax in such a way that it helps you to be more productive. It helps you to be more efficient, and it helps you ultimately to attain your goals in life. And, you know, when I say relax, I don't mean sit around on the couch watching TV 24 hours a day. That's most people's idea of relaxing. And unfortunately, that's kind of what most people do with their lives. And, you know, if you think about it, probably most of those people that are sitting around on the couch all the time, they're trying to escape from something. Probably they're anxious, probably they're depressed. So they're really not relaxed at all. So what I'm talking about is real spiritual relaxation, relaxation on a psychological level. And this is a feeling, not really an action. And so the truth is that everything that you do better when you're relaxed. I mean, if you think of if you're playing music, if you are making a YouTube video, if you're talking to a friend, if you're doing a sales presentation, if you're writing a letter, if you're trying to come up with new ideas, right? I've found that you have to be relaxed to have creativity. That if you are not relaxed, nothing creative comes to you. If you're frozen up and I mean, if you think about in your own life, how many times have you been afraid, or you've been nervous, or you've been anxious about something, and all of a sudden you had a great idea? Probably none, right? At least that's been my experience. And then on the flip side, every time I have had a good idea, it's because I was feeling comfortable. It's because I was feeling relaxed. So just about everything in your life, including, ironically, even if you're playing a sport, even if you're fighting somebody, or you're lifting weights in the gym, even then, things that are very physically intense, even then, you'll do better if you're relaxed than if you're not relaxed. And so if you can master this, if you can master being relaxed, at least most of the time, your results in every part of your life are going to absolutely skyrocket. And so what I want to read today is a part of the book that gives you a framework for how you can be relaxed on a normal basis. So I'll start reading. It says, first, collapse physically. And this is something that you're going to do is a habit. It's not something you're going to do all the time, but you're going to do sometimes. So first, collapse physically. Practice this several times a day. Let go of every muscle in the body. Conceive of yourself as a jellyfish, getting your body into complete looseness. Form a mental picture of a huge burlap bag of potatoes. Then mentally cut the bag, allowing the potatoes to roll out. Think of yourself as the bag. What is more relaxed than an empty burlap bag? The second element in the formula is to drain the mind. Several times each day, drain the mind of all irritation, all resentment, disappointment, frustration, and annoyance. Unless you drain the mind frequently and regularly, these unhappy thoughts will accumulate until a major blasting out process will be necessary. Keep the mind drained of all factors that would impede the flow of relaxed power. Third, think spiritually. To think spiritually means to turn the mind at regular intervals to God. At least 3 times a day, Lift up your eyes unto the hills. This keeps you in tune with God's harmony. It refills you with peace. So that's kind of a little 3-step plan of something that you can do every single day that I believe is going to help you a lot. I mean, if you are an experienced meditator, you probably recognize that steps 1 and 2 are basically describing a meditation in a certain kind of form. So the 3 steps, just to summarize for you here, are to relax your muscles. I'm sorry, I lost my place. I'm reading this off of an iPad and it jumped on me. Okay, so the first is to collapse physically. It's to loosen all of your muscles. Secondly is to drain the mind. So if you've ever done a meditation practice before, you just focus on your loose muscles, or you focus on the sounds around you, or you focus on your breath slowly going in and out. That's what it means to drain the mind. And then third is to think spiritually. So the way that I'm actually envisioning doing this, because I work from my office here, and I work from a standing desk, and so I have a chair behind it. So my plan is that every thinking about this in my mind, that every once in a while I'm going to bring my chair down over. I'm going to sit down here. I'm going to completely loosen all of my muscles, quiet my mind for just a minute. And then I have a window to the right of me here where I get a nice view of the sky. And so that's a nice way to think spiritually. I look at the sky and imagine God's love showing, kind of flowing to me from there. So depending on what your setup is, what your work situation is, what your home situation is, it'll probably be a little bit different from you, but that's how I plan to do it. And I highly recommend that you give this a try. This is something that I haven't done exactly in the past, so we'll see how it works. But just based on the principles, I think that it has great potential. So, hey, Thamaris, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Thamaris, nice to see you. So that's it for today, and give that a try. And if it works wonders for you, if you have relaxed power all throughout the day, which is the goal of this, then I'd love to hear about it. So thank you guys. Have a great week, and I'll see you next week.